what I see in my practice over the last 19 years is too often I'm visited by people, families who have lost someone or have seen a serious injury in their family associated with underage drinking. And unfortunately, the laws in Arizona, the state laws, the statutes, are insufficient to get at arguably one of the most responsible parties, the party that serves to the minor the alcohol.
A social host ordinance, when properly enacted between the coalitions, law enforcement, and the local communities, is very effective because everyone's on board and they understand what needs to happen.
In Maricopa County, and particularly in Phoenix, Scottsdale, Mesa, Glendale, we just don't have the ordinances. So there's not the same prohibition on serving minors alcohol.
You got to hold people responsible who are allowing these parties to go on. That could be owners of a property, it could be parents of juveniles at the property. The ordinance should have a portion in there where people who are collecting money or selling beer at the party can be held responsible. All of those things. Get involved in your community and get these ordinances going. They're our best tool to shutting down these parties and keeping youth safe.
Tucson has been a leader in enacting social host ordinances that have been followed by many cities and counties in Arizona. Tucson has reduced the amount of underage drinking and has reduced the amount of underage drinking-related accidents.
Made it much easier and much more user-friendly for the officers to go in and take enforcement, be able to have a positive effect, shut these parties down, remove the alcohol, and make sure these people aren't continuing to have parties week after week or weekend after weekend.
It has prevented and significantly shown through statistics that the host does not host a party again.
It's a deterrent whether the person believes in the social host ordinance or not, because what we've seen in studies, regardless of what the behavior change we're trying to find, is if there is some punitive consequence, particularly money, people, whether they believe it's right, wrong, or are indifferent, tend not to do it because they just don't want to spend the money.
If there is an underage drinking problem in your community, a significant step to reducing that is passing legislation in the form of social host ordinances.
It's not about harassing the kids, it's about saving lives. If you look at the statistics of how many people are dying or being killed in drunk driving accidents and things of that nature, it's staggering.
If you think your kids aren't drinking, they are. We need to get involved. Parents will talk the talk but not walk the walk. It's really critical that our parents continue to voice that this isn't okay, whether you're an adult or a child, and that we set that norm for our children.
Unfortunately, what really shakes people to the core and makes them come to action is a death in the family, and we have representatives of MAD and SAD out here who have experienced that. I would just say, take action before that happens. Don't be the one who has to rise up and join these organizations because you've lost a loved one. Look around, look at the websites, read the newspaper, and see that you can have an effect now and do what you can now for your children.
Want to enact your own social host ordinance? Here's how. Download the Social Host Ordinance Guide from drawyourline.com.